Okay, I'm listening.
Okay. So Tony, we'll go through the emergency stop now.
Yep.
I'll give you a briefing on that, and then consolidate and do some practice. An emergency stop is it's important in terms of avoiding casualties or damage or accidents. Now, normally when you drive around, we're checking mirrors regularly, frequently, so we can respond and then reduce or minimize the risk of emergency stops that we might need to do.
Yep.
But sometimes we need to do emergency stop, okay, and where it's unplanned. So the way that we would do it is it could happen anywhere, of course. You know, whether it's a car coming, if you check the diagram, car coming across in front of you, or a child. You can imagine a child coming on the curb. You're coming along and they run out in front of you. You need to stop quickly. A very quick reaction. Okay, that's important. Again, the quicker the better. Now, if I can go through this with you, when you do your emergency stop, you haven't got time to check the mirrors. You know, that's why we've been doing mirrors here, to know that you're able to check them. And but here you don't need to check the mirrors. In fact, you shouldn't, because there wouldn't be time to check them. You need a quick reaction and a quick stop to avoid hitting the child. So no mirrors, you haven't got time. And a quick reaction, which will be, you need to get your right foot onto the gas pedal as soon as you can.
You want me to get on the gas pedal? That should be interesting.
It was interesting last time, but your right foot, you need to get as quick as you can from the gas pedal onto the brake pedal.
Oh, right.
Yeah?
You'd be worried there for a minute.
Onto the brake pedal, and you need to press it immediately, firmly, progressively, until you stop. And just before you stop, you prevent a stall by putting the clutch down to the floor. Again, during the emergency stop, you shouldn't steer. You definitely mustn't steer, because that might cause you to skid, and that of course would mean you wouldn't stop as quickly. So again, you wouldn't steer. Once you've actually stopped and you've got the clutch down, then you need to secure the car, because there might be cars behind you, and they might come up and perhaps knock you because they've responded slowly, bump your car and then hit the child. So it's important that you secure the car. And do you remember how you do that, securing the car?
Yeah.
Okay. So your handbrake would be on and into neutral. Then it's important, because you might be in the middle of the road, it's important then that you're going to move to the side. And the way that we do that is prepare to move, which I think you've done that before. Prepare to move, and then part of that is all-round observations, make sure it's safe, and then move off and pull over on the left at the curb, just to get your breath and to make sure that that you're safe on the side. Now, when you're moving off, you're checking all around, which is basically all-round observations. You're checking from your left, from your left shoulder, checking all round. Check your wing mirror to see any cyclists who might
Wing mirror.
Your door mirror,
Oh, door
your
mirror.
left door mirror,
Right.
To check if there are any cyclists. If you want to check your centre mirror, check if there's anyone behind. Look out in front of you, make sure it's clear, and check your right door mirror to make sure there's no one overtaking you. And then last thing you do, you check over your right shoulder, make sure that there is no one in that blind spot of yours.
Right.
Okay, and then you'd move off and stop on the side of the road, and then again secure the car there. Okay, are there any questions on that?
No.
Okay. Now, if you do skid, then because your car is ABS, your anti-lock braking system, it means that you can apply the brake firmly without concern that it might lock the wheels. You apply the brake and it'll bring the car to a quick stop. when you apply the braking, the foot brake, if you've got ABS, which this car has, and you check in your handbook for that, you know, if you drive other cars, because every manufacturer might be different there. If the anti-lock brake system does kick in, you feel that the pedal shakes under your foot as the anti-lock, as the braking system kicks in there, and it prevents the wheels from locking. The car might still skid, but the effect is that when you do, you are able to steer if necessary, if you have anti-lock braking system. Now, a bit about stopping distances. It's quite useful to know. So if you're travelling at about 20 miles an hour on this road, if you look ahead, you're 20 miles an hour, you should be able to stop before that black Vauxhall over there, at 3 car lengths away, if you're doing it at 20 miles an hour, with a good stop. If you're driving at 30 miles an hour, then along here, that would take twice as long, twice the distance to stop, yeah? So you can see now, if you've got all these cars parked and you're travelling along, you want to be travelling, like having checked in your mirrors, you need to be travelling at sort of 20 miles an hour rather than 30. So that's the importance of making sure that you're travelling at the right speed. But anyway, if you do need to stop, that's you need at least 3 car lengths to do that. If you do start to skid and you need to steer, then you need to steer steer the wheels in the direction of your skid. Yeah? So you say you're looking ahead and you start to skid sideways, you then move your steering wheel towards where you're looking, right in front of you. So your wheels will turn towards the direction that you're going. Some cars, you have to apply the clutch before the brake when you actually start to brake, but again, that you would check in a handbook. Yeah? All right. Now, when we practice, as we go around, because I need to indicate for you to stop, I'm going to what I do for you to do this maneuver is that I will check around. So don't worry if I do check over my shoulder every so often. Check around to make sure there is no car there and it's safe to stop. I will then bring up my hand quickly and say stop simultaneously. Look around, oh, that's safe. Stop. And at that moment, you then get your foot from wherever it is, or your right foot, if it's on the gas or over the gas, then you press it directly onto the brake quickly.
Okay.
Press firmly.
Yep.
And just before you stop, I will say clutch down. Or sometimes when I'm anxious, I'll say clutch. That means clutch down. So yeah, as soon as you hear that, put your clutch down.
Right.
Okay. Now, shall we I'll just check your reactions. Shall we just run through that? Do a dry run.
Right.
Let's put it this way. So for this one, I'm going to just have a look, stop, and then immediately get your foot up onto the brake and see how you react. But normal drive position, put your hands on there. Okay. Sit. Are you sitting comfortably?
Yeah.
Okay. So, remember your right foot, wherever it is, onto the brake. Stop.
All right.
Oh, that was.
I missed it.
Yeah, that was quite slow. So, let's go. Stop.
All right.
That's a bit better, but still, we could get that quicker. And when it goes down, what you do, since you start, give it a nice firm push, not hit it, but firm push, firm down, right down to the bottom. Stop. That's a quicker reaction, and you got that down. Right. That's a little bit more firmly, and that should do. Now, have you ever been in a skidding car, or not a skidding, a car that's had to do a quick stop?
No.
No, so you won't know the feeling. It is.
Well, I've been in the car with my brother.
Oh, right.
And he has to do emergency stops all the time.
Oh, right, does he? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, the feeling, it can be a bit anxious. You can make you anxious.
Yeah, I feel anxious when I sit beside him every time we go down the shops.
Well, I'd do some lessons for him as well. Okay, well, that's good. So, shall we get on the move? You want to set yourself up?
10 minutes. Right, just have a quick run over the brief, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a lot longer than what it took you the last time, yeah?
Yes. And the last time, well, what waffle was there?
Sorry?
What waffle was there? I didn't think there was much waffle. Was I just taking too long, too much detail? Or?
Well, if we just go back to the beginning,
Yeah.
and you tried to tie him with the mirrors, which was a bit of a waste after the...
Well, I'm assuming that we did it.
Yeah, because the one thing you never told me about the mirrors when we were driving around was that it was... If you'd have asked me how often I need to check my mirrors if we were driving around, I'd probably said every 5 minutes, yeah?
Yeah.
It's not, it's every 4 or 5 seconds,
Yes,
yeah?
it is.
Or 5 or 6 seconds.
Yeah.
But as that never came up, it wasn't possible for you to make a time at the mirrors. You did try and make a tie in there. That because I'd be checking my mirrors every 5 or 6 seconds, then I would know what's happening behind me, but obviously I wouldn't, yeah? You never mentioned anything about how to avoid emergency stops, yeah? And we just work your way up the page. There's not a whole lot of pictures there, is it?
No.
Yeah?
No.
No.
Keep it a regular
can you
check
work your way right to the top of the page, which you missed completely, yeah?
Right.
School,
Check for signs.
loose gravel, slippery road, yeah?
Yeah. Look for
Yeah, so if I was driving in an area where there's a school, or I've got a sign to say I've got a slippery road, what would I be doing with my speed?
Good question.
Well, I asked the question, you give me the answer.
Yeah.
What would I be doing?
You'd slow your speed.
I'd probably be taking 10 mile an hour off my speed, wouldn't I?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
That's going to help me to avoid having to do an emergency stop, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, if I go hammering past the school at 30 mile an hour, and the school at that time, I did give you a clue. I said, I was with my brother who does emergency stops every day, yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
There's got to be something wrong with his driving if he's doing that, isn't it? Yeah?
Checking mirrors.
Yeah, when you mentioned about the observations, I think you probably mentioned, I need to look back over the video, but I think you mentioned about me checking all around me and parking by the curb. I think you probably mentioned it about 3 times.
Oh, repetitive.
Yeah. Obviously it takes time to say that, and you're just repeating what you said a few seconds ago, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what you need to work on, yeah?
Right, I guess. Gee. Did I cover all the points except I left that out?
Is that an important bit to leave out then?
It certainly is
Yeah?
important. It's important that I keep it in, that I have it in.
You know, a sentence or a quote I'd like to have heard you made is that, and because it's in Essential Skills, and it's one quote that the DSA really love, is I must always be able to stop in the distance I can see to be clear, yeah?
Yes, didn't do that.
Right, okay, so we... Yeah?
Okay, Tony, you want to set the card again?
I'll just give it away a minute for the window. Okay, we should be okay with that, George?
Yes. Okay, well, before we do move off, what I will say before each stop, I will ask you, just in order to avoid, to keep it safer in...
So just drive on normally, Tony.
Just drive on.
And the signal I'm going to give you, and I want you to carry out this emergency stop, is just ignore me looking over my shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my hand underneath the interior mirror and say the word stop. Yeah? Nice and direct, no waffle, yeah?
Yeah. And the mantra, I can say
the
on
mantra's
first.
up to you, yeah?
Yeah.
Can I drive on?
Yes, you can drive on, Tony. So Tony, as we drive along,
And we're going to turn left, please.
yeah, turn left here soon, Tony. As we drive along, I will ask you to, I'll say to you, keep your eyes on the road ahead. Don't look in your mirror. There won't be time to stop. You need to keep both hands on the steering wheel. Okay, and don't steer. Keep firmly on. Don't steer, and firmly on, and then I will tell you when to put your clutch down.
Okay, George. And we're going to turn right, please.
I'm going to turn right here, Tony.
Turn right.
Turn right here, Tony. Stop. Clutch. Okay. Okay, that's good. Now secure your car. And you can move off and just stop on the side of the road on the left.
That's good, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. Well, I mean, the stop was quite good, but observations you have to do before you move off.
What observations?
All round observations.
How didn't I do them?
No, you didn't, Tony. So off the next one.
Did you tell me to do them?
No, I didn't tell you to do them.
Oh, right. It's not important, though, is it?
It's extremely important.
Oh, right.
It's extremely important that you do the observations before you move off, because you want to know if there's a car behind, and anyone on the pavement or
Okay,
someone
we might as
crossing
well
in
drive on.
front of
There's not much point of crying over spit milk, is there?
No.
How's the stop?
Well, the stop was quite a good stop. The reaction could have been a little bit quicker from your foot onto the gas pedal.
Oh, right.
And just press a bit more firmly,
right,
to get us to stop, quicker than that.
Right.
But that was a good first try.
Okay.
Okay.
Try again?
And yes, please. So when you move on when you're ready.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't do any observations.
Well, I should have instructed you to do the
Yeah, because I've never
observations
done it before, I
you
suppose, have I?
No, you haven't.
Yeah, we're going to turn right, please, George.
Turn right, you're turning. So again, I'll don't check the mirrors. You keep there won't be time to check mirrors. Then keep your hands firmly on the wheel. Don't steer, and I'll tell you when to put the clutch down.
Okay.
Okay. Stop. Clutch. Oh, that was better. Yeah, that was better. So secure the car.
All right.
Okay. First gear. That's it. No, before you go, prepare to move, but don't go yet until I say. Prepare to check from your left, over your left shoulder.
All right.
On the curb, over your left shoulder. You want to?
All right.
Yeah. Anyone there on the curb?
I see a silver Carter.
All right. Okay. Anything moving? Anyone moving?
No.
Right. Left. In front of you.
No, nobody there.
Okay. You check your mirror, center mirror. Right. 2 mirrors.
Nobody there.
Okay. And of your right shoulder. Right shoulder check. There's your blind spot between the head restraint and the pillar.
All right.
Check there.
Nobody there.
Okay. Then you can move off and
All right.
park on the side. First opportunity you get to park on the left.
I'm scared. That felt good.
Yes, there was nice. It was a firmer push. There was a firmer push. I think just getting the foot just a bit quicker, and push just to refine it. I think we could actually
It's that
stop
foot
quicker.
that's wrong, is it?
Yeah.
I'm just not moving that foot quick enough.
Yeah. I know you are moving it quickly, but I'd like to stop just quicker because that was a lot better than the first one. A lot quicker. And I'm going to check that again.
No, try again.
Third. Yeah.
Yeah. It's moved. Okay. I'm gonna go.
Yes. What can you see in the centre mirror?
Yeah. Sorry, I just moved it because of the. I must have knocked it.
Oh, that's a key.
It is right, don't worry.
All right then, move when you're ready. Sometimes your hints are subtle.
No, that was it.
It wasn't your head hitting that, was it? During the stop.
That might be your head, George.
All right. Stop. Clutch. Okay, secure the car. Okay, all round observations. That's over your left shoulder.
No.
Over your left shoulder. What's behind you?
I see that black car there.
Yeah, and on the left, on the curb. Anyone coming out from between the cars? In front of you?
No.
Okay.
Car waiting.
And on the right shoulder check.
Oh yeah.
Dead.
No, we did
Right
it.
foot. Okay, let's move off when you're ready. Find a safe place to pull up on the left once you've negotiated.
He's a jolly looking chap, isn't he?